just a hot ass mess. That's what this is just a hot ass mess. Anyway, hey guys, it's your girl Victoria back to you with another review for The Never Ever Met, Season 1, Episode 7, called The Newlywed Game. I ain't none of these people newlyweds, and I don't know, I feel like none of these are going to make it to the newlywed stage. But, here we are, okay? So we're picking up where we left off last week, last episode, it don't matter because I just watched it 2 hours ago, the last episode. Now we're in this episode. Okay, so picking up where we left off with Greg and Millie having the conversation with the relationship expert. So Greg lets us know that he was molested before. And, for me, I just put my notations in there. It's sad how, many people, not even on this show and the season and stuff, just in general, how many people have been taken advantage of when they were younger. Not even when they're younger, but even as adults, in general, how many people are getting taken advantage of. And we just live in a very selfish world, and it's just very unfortunate. And it's it resonates with people, everybody. And this is what I'm saying, no one's better than the other. Everybody went through something, whether it's something very traumatic like that, it's sexual trauma, or just physical abuse. Everybody's been through some traumatic situation that happened in their life that's shaping who they are today. And it's I don't want no one to downplay it. I'm glad that it seemed like Millie was somewhat supportive, because the way it ended off last episode, it looked like she wasn't trying to hear nothing he had to say. But it could be editing, because that's what producers love to do, trying to make it seem like it's one way, then it ends up being a whole nother way. So she seemed very supportive. And, after they had a session with the relationship expert, they did go and sit down and talk one-on-one. And, they here for each other. They still want to make the relationship work. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. That's good. We're going to move on. Excuse me. So I guess Greg's birthday is coming up, and Millie wants to throw a 90s themed birthday party for him. So she goes talk to the guys about it. They're down. And then that's when we have Taronda getting with everyone for the next group exercise, which is called On the Same Page, which is pretty much she asks questions about them. And, if they both have the same answer, let's say, when's her birthday, or what's her or his guilty pleasure, then if they answer it correctly, they get to put in their book. And if not, then they have to shred that paper. So whoever has the most of the same answers in the book is obviously the one that won. And who won? Shay and Josh. What a surprise. They've been together the longest, so I would expect them to be the people who win, the couple that won. But the few things I took from this little group exercise, Taronda, stop playing them. Let's be real. Let's stop playing like you don't know what cowgirl is. Stop playing like you don't know what a standing 69 is. Come on, you are too old. I don't want to say old, but you are too grown to not know what a cowgirl is. What was that, Taronda? Don't be playing these games with us. Don't be, Taronda. Anyway, so the other thing I wanted to take from this was that Millie said she can't be intimate with Greg if he can't stimulate her mentally, and the fact that they wasn't really getting that much answers right in regards to this exercise kind of made her, think, I don't want to say second guess it, but it made her kind of realize wow, we don't really know much about each other. But it's just y'all didn't even see each other and y'all live in the same city. So it's that's not the only issue here. Anywho, so then we move on to Greg, Chris, and Aaron J. They talk about the group exercise and how they did, because clearly Greg, he messed up. All the guys knew their girl's birthday except Greg. He just knew the month, but he didn't know the actual day. So, Greg knows he needs to do better. Chris and Aaron J try to encourage him that it's not the end of the world. And then we have Millie talking with the girls, saying how it's kind of messed up how she's planning his birthday party, because she remembers his birthday and he can't even remember her birthday. He only knows the birthday month. So listen, I'm not knocking Millie for feeling some type of way. I feel like I would feel some type of way. But at the same time, I would feel some type of way that we live in the same city and haven't seen each other, and we've been, pretty much kind of, or supposedly exclusive for months now. No, 3 years? I don't remember how long they're together for. I think it's 3 years. But it's just kind of I understand what you're saying. I feel you, because I would feel the same way too. But it's just what's the excuse for not meeting up though, and you in the same city? And it's been years. Anyway, so then we move on to Aaron J tries to make up for his first day with Jody and takes her to a photo shoot date. Jody appreciates and excited because she says she enjoys those type of photo shoots. He also enjoys those type of photo shoots, so it's something they could do together, like she was saying, since the first date. And the photo shoot seems to go well. You can see the 10, sexual chemistry, sexual tension, or whatever, as Aaron J wants to tell us. And they're looking at each other, they kiss, and it seemed like a passionate kiss. And I was with him until Jody was like, "Yeah, she didn't feel nothing," and I'm just kind of like, so you're just a good actor in that moment of the photo shoot. You could make it look like you interested in homeboy, but clearly you not. And if it's to the point y'all kiss and it looks like it's like a passionate kiss and you letting us know that you didn't feel anything, Jody, please hang it up. Wrap it up. Please release this man from misery and let him go back home and find someone who likes him for him. Because clearly you're not. Y'all could be cool. It seems like y'all could be great friends. But clearly you don't want him more than a friend. So you need to hang it up, free him, and you do you. Like, I don't understand. Like, if it's to the point you are making out with the guy and you don't feel nothing, you're just dry inside. Like, it makes you drier, not wetter, drier. Then you don't need to be in a relationship with him. I mean, you really don't need to be in a relationship with anybody with your trauma. That he came and kissed you on the forehead. You need to end it and go home just like the other two couples that went home. So we then move on to Chris. His friend Benz come over. They play pool and talk. Benz wants to know if they had sex. Yeah, him and Sandia. He says no, she's their friend. Ben seems like he don't believe none that he's saying. And then he's saying he's going to be asking Sandia all the uncomfortable questions that women hate to answer. And she's going to hate him by the time he's done talking to her. And I'm just looking at Chris like, who decides who comes over? Is it like the person they decide if their friend or family member comes over? Or is it the producers who decide who comes over? Because if this is Chris who decided his friend Ben to come visit and stuff, why would you do that? Why would you do that? You know your friend, okay? I only seen him 5 minutes and he get on my last damn nerve. So then we have Sandia's best friend Stephanie comes over. They sit down and talk. And then that's when we have Ben, Sandia, Chris, and Stephanie sit down and talk. So the unanimous that I feel personally, I haven't watched no one else's reviews yet, but from what I can gather, because I know I'm not the only one who feels this way. Chris is a douche too. Ben's the door because you are just straight up douchebag a-hole. Like, why are you here? Because it's like, it seemed like you was here to stir some trouble, drama, and all that stuff, get under people's skin, and it's just like, that's uncalled for. That's not needed because Sandia is already a very reserved person as it is and very submissive as it is, so she don't need you adding to, like, enough. So he asks Sandia if she believes in monogamy. She says yes. Ben said he don't believe in that. That don't make sense to him. And then he also makes mention, what else he says? In regards to sex, it should be happening sooner rather than later. And, we have Sandia and Stephanie, like, disagreeing with him. Chris is telling Ben to, a little slow his roll. But, Ben's is going to be Ben's. Ben's is one of those type of people, you could tell him, calm down and, like, don't do all that stuff, but he's still going to do it. He runs on his own accord because he's a douche. And my whole thing is just, like, Ben's, you don't believe in monogamy. You want sex right away. That's fine. That's you. That's what you want. So sorry for all the girls that, trying to have sex with you, or you trying to have sex with that you able to, because they letting the douche F him up. Literally. But just because that's what you want, or you don't believe in monogamy and all that doesn't mean the other person doesn't. Okay? And that doesn't mean Chris doesn't. And clearly, we can see why Chris is the way he is. Birds of a feather flock together. That's what I'm want. That's it. And after that, they say goodbye to the friends. But I'm just kind of like, Chris, you knew better than to bring this guy over. Like I said, I don't know if it was you or the producers, but this ain't it, bruh. You need to find better friends. We then have Jody and Aaron, Jade. They talk after the photo shoot. Jody letting us know she low-key feels bad that she's not feeling him the way he's feeling her, because she could tell by the way he's looking at her and smiling and stuff that he's feeling her way more. Girl, first of all, feeling you more than you feeling him, but you not feeling him no bits. There's nothing about Aaron J that's making your cootie cat or whatever. Like, you not in like with him. You don't even like the guy. Like, you may be cool with him, but like, you don't even like the guy. Let's stop trying to pretend like you have any type of feelings for homeboy, because you don't. It's very apparent through like since episode one. Like you do not like you have so much chemistry with people you've only met for 2 seconds versus the guy you've been talking to, even though that's the first time you met him, but like the guy you've been talking to for like months. Girl, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. You don't got no feelings, so you should just end it. But no, we gonna fake the funk and try to last through the whole season, right? Just end it already. But anywho, after that they get back to the house. Aaron J says like, oh, the date felt so great because it was his best kiss. You know, obviously Jody didn't feel the same. And he said once they got back to the house, it's like she was back to her usual like standoffish self. And I'm just kind of like, you could tell based off her demeanor that she was already standoffish from the photo shoot. So did you not want to confront her about that? Or like, what are we talking about here? Like, you seem confused, but it's like, why? It's been apparent in your face since day one that she ain't feeling you, bruh. So like, you already said you realize you don't make her coochie wet the other episode after the tying exercise thing. So and after you kiss, if the whole demeanor changed, like, you should know that, you know, she ain't feeling you, bruh. Like, what is the confusion here? Like, I'm confused on how you're confused. Be real, Aaron J. Aaron J. Be real, dad. Like, you know, he talks with Chris and Josh afterwards because Chris can see, like, even though they saying the date went well, but he can tell that something's off. So whatchamacallit, Aaron J lets him know how the whole date went and whatnot, and Chris is just like, he doesn't like the way that Jody is treating him, and you know, he even likes Jody and stuff, but it's like he says Aaron J is one of the most respectful people in the house. Enough with the Chris, you saying you love to big up everybody saying, oh, they're this type of person in the house, that type of person. What are you in the house? The biggest douche now that Dominique is gone? You know, you talk highly of Sandia when you want to, but it's like all this compliments you're giving everybody else. I hope you're giving all these compliments to Sandia, but you know, regardless, Sandia gonna stick beside you. Anywho, so Aaron J said, you know, he's been noticing things too. It's not just Chris. Chris is not crazy for thinking that, and it's just confusing him. I'm like, Aaron J, are you trying to ride out this season too? Because you know what it is. Jody know what it is. Everybody in the house know what it is. I know what it is. Everybody else who watches the show know what it is. So why don't we just save ourselves the misery and end it just like Brandon did? Know your worth. Okay, just like we be telling females to know their worth. Men, y'all need to know your worth too, because y'all be wasting your time with females that just that could know your worth, then add tax, Aaron J. Okay, moving on. We then get Greg and Josh. They talk for a little bit. Then we have Diamond going to Shay to let her know that, you know, Josh tried to have sex with Alexis on night one, because ever since Alexis left the house, Diamond's been still in contact with Alexis. Now, pause before we get to this whole confrontation with Shay and Josh. I just want to say, Diamond, it's kind of funny because I've been thinking this like for the past couple episodes. I just never said nothing, but I want to go back to day one. Episode 1, where the girls found out they was going to be sleeping in the same room and the guys are going to be sleeping in the same. I just think it's funny, Diamond, that you said, oh, you wasn't trying to share no room with no females because they can be catty. And I'm not saying necessarily you catty, but you giving off very much messy vibes. Not even these past few episodes, this whole season. So it's just kind of like, you're one to talk when you're the one who's called, like, really stirring up all this drama. So it's like, where did you feel? I mean, if this is just true, Joshua ain't shit. But at the same time, it's just like, why are you, like, you're creating the drama and you're making sure you're around the drama to the point where Shay goes to the Kaboom room to confront Josh, right? And Josh said that Alexis was trying to have a threesome because supposedly what had happened was it was Josh, Alexis, and Shay in the room talking and whatnot, and then Shay ends up going to sleep. Josh and Alexis keep talking, but they didn't want to wake up Shay, so they leave the room, and Alexis is saying that's when Josh tried to make a move at her. Josh is saying that Alexis wanted to have a threesome with them, and, you know, denying anything that Shay done heard. And that's when Diamond pops up. Diamond, first, like, this is what I'm talking about. Like you love the drama, like you're instigating this shit, because like now you're coming in, and I don't know why when Diamond came in, that's when Shay got a little book and got hype and kind of went from 0 to 100 real quick. And I'm just kind of like, what are we like, what were you in your mindset, like, oh, let me go over check on, like, I don't get it, Diamond. But that's what you want to do, fine. But I hope they all see, like, Diamond, you being a little, I'm side eyeing. I feel like I'm side eyeing the whole cast at this point. But they end up getting to an arguing match, Shay and Josh, and Josh said, why, if I'm not mistaken, this is what I feel like I heard Josh say. Correct me if I'm wrong. Why would he say anything if he did do something? Because Shay would never have known if he really did. And I'm like, so are you admitting the fact that even if you did, like, you did something with Alexis, or you did try to make a pass, but you're not gonna like tell her, because like, why would you tell her if you, like, what are you trying to say here? You're confusing me. The fact that we don't have the producers showing us her reacting to that is kind of confusing and a little disturbing to me, because if anybody were to tell me that, and I'm supposed to be in a relationship with you, and like we've been talking for 12 years and all that stuff, I'm gonna be like, okay, we can end this right now, homeboy. Like, this could be done. And sure enough, she doesn't want to stay. She wants to leave. But she settles for like going to another room to sleep. But she ends up leaving with Diamond to go to the bathroom. Ends up crying. Diamond's like trying to tell her not to throw away 12 years. But I'm just like, oh, don't throw away 12 years. But you're quick to come to her to tell her, oh, he tried to have sex with somebody else on night one. Meddling, messiness, instigation, gaslightation, that the word I just made. Like, Diamond, what are you trying to, what's your end goal here? What you're creating all this drama. You're creating all this drama. Once again, not saying that if you heard something not to tell someone, but it's just kind of like, you're always in the midst of a drama going on, and I don't like that shit. Because you're always going to a girl saying what their man done said or done did, or you're not feeling their man, or what. This is not the first time you did with Sandy and Chris, so it's just kind of like your credibility for like being a good friend kind of seems, I don't want to say fake. It's just like, you just seem like someone I can't be close with. You just seem like someone I don't want to tell things to, because you just then gonna find a way to like tweak it to, create drama for your own entertainment. So I'm not feeling that. But Shay goes back to the boom boom room and to confront Josh, and he keeps denying anything. And that's where the episode ends. And I'm just kind of like, so y'all gonna continue this or not? Because if not, I hope y'all leave by next episode, because we don't got no time to waste. Like, we really don't have no time to waste. So I don't know what to take from this situation. If you did try to go holla or have sex with Alexis, Josh, you stupid as hell. Alexis, why are you trying to create drama? You don't think just because Diamond was the puppet master. No, just because Diamond was a puppet don't mean I'm not looking at you sideways as the puppet master for giving her this information, knowing good, well, and hell she probably gonna go confront Shay about it. This show is interesting. This show is very interesting. Y'all exhausting me. Y'all really exhausting me with these petty drama. That's an episode. Infinila. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you laughed at least once, please subscribe. If you didn't like, that's all cool. You know what I'm saying? Because you might be over this season like I am, because I'm low-key over this season at this point. And it's only episode 7. But if you didn't laugh, that's cool. Come back next week. Hopefully, I'm praying I can put this out next week. Episode 8, when episode 8 actually airs, right? Okay. So you could come back then. Hopefully I can make you laugh then, so you can subscribe then. All right, cool. Comment down below what you thought about this episode. Be easy, breezy, lemon squeezy, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.